Imagine setting up a battlefield on your kitchen table and leading your forces to victory, all within the time it takes to finish your coffee. Spearhead is about to revolutionize how we play Age of Sigmar, making it faster, fiercer, and more fun than ever before. Let's go! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Miniatures Tavern. My name is Watts, and here it is. Today, Games Workshop on Warhammer Community dropped the article introducing Spearhead, a fast and furious new mode for new AOS. Now, there's been speculation about Spearhead ever since they mentioned it. Like they said, the new edition was first announced. The Warhammer Studio excitedly spoke about Spearhead, a brand new way of playing the game. Now it's time to find out what it's all about. And this article, guys, is going to detail what you can look forward to in Spearhead, and our speculations have been confirmed. Spearhead is going to be just like Combat Patrol, but it's going to be fast-paced, and the developers of this format are claiming that once you get the rules down, you're going to be able to finish a game on your lunch break. That's the claim. So super exciting stuff. Let's jump into the article and see what we got. So what is Spearhead? Spearhead is a new game format for Warhammer Age of Sigmar where you use self-contained existing boxes of miniatures to play fast and furious games with streamlined rules and nail-biting finishes. There are a number of differences between full-size match play games and Spearhead, which has been designed to make the game accessible but retain rich tactical depth. It's a brilliant standalone game and a fantastic primer of what you can expect from full-scale battles of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The article goes on to say Spearhead's footprint is also dramatically smaller than that of a full game, played on a board measuring 30 by 22.4 inches. That's a quarter size of a full battlefield and the perfect size to play on a kitchen or coffee table. The incoming launch box provides everything you need to play with a friend, including 2 complete Spearhead forces, terrain, a double-sided board with printed objectives, the packs of cards that really make this mode tick. You'll also get a beautiful hardcover book that includes everything you need to play, the core rules, the Spearhead battle pack, and the rules for every Spearhead force in the game, so you can start playing with your existing collections immediately. And then there's a little asterisk here, and at the bottom of the article, that asterisk tells you that the rules for all the Spearhead armies will be available after the launch of the initial box. So a lot of interesting stuff right here in these little paragraphs. It tells you that the board is going to be a quarter of the size of a full board, so about the size of a Combat Patrol board, pretty close there. But there's also going to be a launch box, and the launch box looks like it's going to be a 2-player set. It's going to come with 2 complete Spearhead forces, terrain, and a double-sided board with printed objectives. Me personally, I'm not too crazy about pre-printed objectives. I'm sure we'll use them a couple times, but then after that, they're just going to become like white noise on the board. Probably switch that board out because I really like to create my own boards and set up my own objectives and everything, especially with mission packs. So this will probably be great for people just getting into the game. It looks like Spearhead is really going to hold your hand if you're new to Age of Sigmar. So that'll be good for people that are just starting. But pretty decent box. So it looks like we're not only going to have a box for Spearhead, but we're also going to have a box for new AOS. Or maybe the Spearhead models will be contained in the larger box and we'll just have to buy one box. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. Now, this next part is confirmation of what I was thinking and just sharing with tavern members that come over and play. The existing Vanguard and Spearhead boxes. Each faction's Spearhead force is created from the contents of a single box. and all currently available Vanguard boxes will be rebranded as Spearhead boxes. The double asterisks down here basically tell you that the Man Crusher mob set will also become a Spearhead, giving the Sons of Behemoth a way to play in Spearhead games. So that's pretty good. So it looks like if you have a Vanguard box, you're not going to have to buy a Spearhead box. And I like that. It's kind of thank you for the break. Really appreciate it. My wallet appreciates it. So that's pretty nice. And then it goes on to say that this is one of the most play-tested games they've ever produced by virtue of how quick it is to play and how much fun we're all having with it. Once you know how to play, you can get through a game during a lunch break. The whole Warhammer studio was so enthused about it. We had a chart up on the wall listing which factions had played against which other factions and how many times. People couldn't get enough. We've run 2 huge leagues so far, so we've had lots of data to work with. I mean, of course they're going to hype their product up. We're all going to have to wait and see. And then it starts getting into some more cool things, and we're going to talk about that next. So this is where it kind of starts getting a little tasty and a little juicy, right, with the Spearhead. With some Spearhead boxes containing elite units and monsters and others packed with quintessential troops and foot heroes, balance is established in a number of ways, from holding powerful units back for the later turns to giving less durable units a second chance at life. Units in Spearhead forces with a reinforcements keyword can return to the battlefield after they've been destroyed. By using the Call for Reinforcements ability, you could set up a fresh unit in friendly territory, providing you with a way to reposition and resurge in future turns. And now we get a glimpse of the rule, reinforcements. Some units have the reinforcements keyword. These units can be brought back to the battlefield after being destroyed as replacement units. If any of your units have the reinforcements keyword, you can use the following ability. Once per turn in your movement phase, call for reinforcements. You declare, pick a friendly reinforcements unit that has been destroyed, and the effect is you set up an identical replacement unit on the battlefield, wholly within friendly territory, wholly within 6 inches of the battlefield edge, and not in combat. Each reinforcements unit can only be replaced once. Replacement units cannot themselves be replaced. You got a keyword here, core, and then this is a little key here. Units with the reinforcements keyword have this icon in the top right corner of their war scrolls for ease of use. So it looks like I really appreciate them simplifying the war scrolls. If you've been following the new AOS content that's been coming out on Warhammer Community, you see that they've really simplified everything to make it easier for people to get into the game. And me personally, I really appreciate that. I know some people think it might be dumbing it down, but I appreciate what they're doing, because whenever you have more players enter your game and enter your community, the healthier that is, and the more likely your game is to stick around. Warcry. So now that we've taken a look at the regular models, let's look at how powerful models are going to work in Spearhead. Particularly powerful units may instead be held in reserve. Yndastra's Spearhead, for example, features the God King Sigmar's Prime Hunter and a trio of hefty Annihilators. But the Lightning Strike Arrival ability keeps them off the board until the penultimate battle round. And these 3 asterisks here indicate that Spearhead is only going to have 4 battle rounds. That means your Vanquishers, Knight Velixor, and Stormstrike Chariot need to hold ground until the damage dealers can arrive to turn the tables. So they have the battle trait, Scions of the Storm. Yndastra and your Annihilators unit are not set up during the deployment phase. Instead, from the 3rd battle round onward, they can use the following ability. And this is going to go off in your movement phase. Set up this unit anywhere on the battlefield more than 6 inches from all enemy units. I like this. I know people are going to complain, but this really builds thematic circumstances in your battle right? It really plays into strategy. You got to play smart. You got to keep your units alive. You got to hold the line until your reinforcements come and they can reinforce your battle line and start to inflict major damage. I love the way that this is going to set up thematic battles, story-driven battles, strategic battles. It's just really, really good. This is the battle trait for Yndastra's Spearhead. Each faction gets their own powerful and thematic battle traits and can choose from one of the 2 different regiment abilities and one of 4 enhancements at the start of the battle to customize their force once they know who they are facing. So good. So good. The level of customization that it looks like they're going to offer, the thematic battles, the strategic battles, this is awesome. It's really good. It's so much more than just moving your models around and killing things and taking objectives. You're playing little stories, and I am here for it. I really like this. Next up, the article takes a look at War Scrolls in Spearhead. Spearhead War Scrolls are slightly simplified, but designed to feel similar to War Scrolls in the full game. The Spearhead Battle Pack doesn't use advanced rules models, so it doesn't involve special rules for command models or advanced magic, but it does introduce many of the advanced concepts through abilities and cards. Your warriors almost always share the same characteristic and base weapon profiles as their full Warhammer Age of Sigmar equivalents, but the War Scrolls have all been adjusted to work properly at this scale. For instance, the clan rats below are vile, verminous hordes who'll swarm the Spearhead board in a full Warhammer Age of Sigmar games. They'll lose the reinforcements keyword, but gain command group benefits and the crit auto wound ability, making them even more ferocious. So it looks like clan rats in Spearhead are going to have the reinforcements. You're going to be able to bring them back, but in the larger games they're going to lose that, but they are going to gain crit auto wound ability. So I kind of like that. You can see here that the clan rats, they have 1 health, they move 6 inches, a 5-up save, 1 control point. They have Seething Swarm. You can return D3 slain models to this unit, and their keywords here are infantry and reinforcements. And then you finally get a look at magic. The disc riding Magister demonstrates how magic is simplified in Spearhead. In full Warhammer Age of Sigmar games, the Bolt of Zeech spell is part of a spell lore you can choose for your army. Here, it is tweaked to fit Spearhead and turned into a simple ability. With no magic module, there's no need for power levels or casting values, so everything fits into a neat ability that emulates all the foundational rules for casting a spell, rolling 2d6 and blasting foes on a successful roll. We can see here on this War Scroll, the Magister, he has 6 health, moves 14 inches, has a 4-up save, 2 control points, and this is his magic spell, Bolt of Change. You're going to declare. This happens in your hero phase, so much like the current version of Sigmar, magic is going to happen in your hero phase. Declare, pick a visible enemy within 18 inches of this unit to be the target, then make a casting roll of 2d6. On a 6+, inflict d3 mortal damage on the target. If any models are slain by this ability, you can pick a friendly Tangor unit within 18 inches of this unit and return 1 slain model to that unit. And then his keywords are hero, wizard, cavalry, and fly. So guys, this covers the basics of Spearhead, but there's another driving force for this new game mode. 2 decks of cards are included in the box, one that provides you with a twist for each round, and another that gives you the ability to score battle tactics or use powerful command abilities. They're a critical part of what makes Spearhead so compelling and rich with strategic depth, so we'll be taking a closer look at them later in the week. So guys, there you go. This is the article for Spearhead. A lot of good stuff in here. I think it's going to be great. We are going to the Tavern Game Club our crew. We are going to be doing Spearhead battle reports and bringing you guys Spearhead content. I've been waiting for the new version of AOS and Spearhead. So what do you think? I personally am really looking forward to this. I know there's going to be a lot of people out there that aren't, but let me know in the comments what you think. Are you excited about Spearhead? Are you going to buy and pick up one of the new Spearhead boxes, or are you going to convert a Vanguard box into a Spearhead box? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. You can look forward to more AOS content soon in the future. Again, I'm Watts, and I'll see you in the next video.